Okay, so your first part of your pinch pot is to take the little block of clay and you're going to mush it and roll it until you have a sphere, a ball shape, okay? So you're going to roll it around in your hand until you have a ball shape. So I'm just working it, making sure it's smooth, creating a ball shape, okay? Smoothing it out. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to actually change it so it's not like we're making a ball, we're making a pinch pot. So to make a pinch pot, you put in your finger or your thumb, and then you're going to pinch the sides, and you're going to keep pinching. We're going to keep pinching until we have a little cup. We can roll it on the table to even it out. You can tap it on the top to make a little cup like that. You can wet your finger a little bit to smooth it out. Okay? So that is how we do a pinch pot. We roll it into a ball. Then we put our thumb or our finger in. Then we pinch where we made the hole until we get the shape we want. So that's the first step. That's how we make a pinch pot. So now that we have our pinch pot, we're going to add things to it to make this little animal cup. Okay? So we have, this one's an elephant, as you can see. You can make all kinds of different ones, but we're going to start one right now. Here's my cup. I got to think about what I want to make. And I can decide if the cup is going to be the animal's back, like this one, or it could be the animal's stomach, okay? It could be an animal that's laying down. You guys kind of have to decide. But the cup part, we want to use it as a cup, so we want that cup to be standing up so that we can use it as like a little candy dish, or you can put little trinkets, a little jewelry box for you, okay? Okay, so I think I'm going to make this one. This one's going to be, let's do a puppy. Okay? So I'm going to pretend this is the puppy, and I'm going to have the puppy maybe laying on his back like you're tickling his tummy, and this part's going to be his tummy. Okay? So I'm going to make a head first. I'm going to roll a piece of clay. That's a little too big. Get it kind of the right size if this is the puppy. Okay? I'm going to have his head, and his head's going to attach like right here. So I'm going to pull his snout out because most dogs have a snout. Some have bigger than others. So, and if the clay starts cracking on you, just use a little water and smooth it out. I'm going to use the pencil to make some details. So I already kind of have a lip here. So I'm going to draw it down like a puppy. I can even open his mouth a little bit if I want. And I'm going to draw a nose. He's going to kind of have a big nose. Okay? And then what I'm going to have, so that kind of looks like a puppy, right? So if I want a little, maybe I want a tongue, I can roll out a piece of clay like this. I can roll it out and I can squish it. Then any clay I attach, I gotta score it with the toothbrush. And then I'm gonna stick his tongue in there. He's gonna have his tongue hanging out. Okay, I need some ears. He's gonna have big floppy ears, I think. I'm gonna get 2 pieces of clay and get them kind of the same shape. And then kind of just press them together. See how I'm making them at the same time? That way they'll be pretty close to the same, They don't have to be exactly the same, but they need to be kind of close. So I'm going to score these guys. And I'm going to attach my puppy's ears. Now he's starting to look more like a dog, right? Once I get his ears on. Okay. His eyes, we're going to paint these. So if you want to paint his eyes on, you can. Or you can carefully put some eyes on. Now I'm going to attach my dog's head right here. So I'm going to score it. I'm going to maybe flatten it a little bit right there where it's attaching. Okay, now I'm going to make his, I'm going to make his arms or his legs, right? So I'm going to I can make his tail. That's easy enough to do. So it's like if he rolled over on his back for you to rub his tummy. That's kind of what it is, right? Now, if you feel like your head's not holding up, if you take a little dry paper towel and put it under it so that when it dries, the clay will hold there. It's just a little heavy now when it's wet. So if I'm going to do legs, I need to decide how thick his legs are going to be. So I'm going to roll some clay into a coil with my fingers, like a clay snake. These are called coils. And then I'm going to cut them where I want them, okay? So this one needs to be a little thinner. Okay, so I'm just going to say I want a leg this long, I need a leg this long, and then this part, if I roll it a little more, it's going to start looking like a tail. So I'm going to attach his tail to this end, because you know how the tail would be all curled and playing, wagging. Okay, and then I'm going to take his paws and kind of make a little paw. And his paws can be up like this. Right? You ever see them when they roll over? Yeah, and then I can even go in here and make a little paw print on them. Right? And then I can have another, make his tail curl up a little bit. And then I can make, now his back legs are usually a little thicker on one side and they're kind of attached to his hips, right? And then they kind of come up. So I'm going to go back.
Martinez, can I have you come to the office for a moment?
Okay, so I'm attaching his legs. Attaching his legs. And then I'm just like I did with the paws, the front paws, I'm going to draw some details in for the paws. So that's just another type of animal in a different position your animal can be in. So I could have it like that, or I can have it like this one where the cup is on the top. This one, he's laying on his back, and he's up like this, okay? Make sure everything's attached well. If it's not attached well, it's going to fall apart. Before you clean up, you need to make sure either I put your name on the bottom or you put your name on the bottom.